The Karak is a platform that showcases the creative community in Dubai. We record these conversations during our biweekly events where we highlight the regional talent. So if you're in Dubai, come down and check us out and enjoy this conversation. Today we have the amazing Dorsa Husseini over here who's gonna be talking about her journey, her life, how she got started, addressing some situations as well in the industry. And then we're gonna go off with Low Says and Blue Safe, who's gonna bring in the vibes later on. And then we're gonna keep going with Boss J, who's our MC and our DJ. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so, I mean, for most people that are over, like, have been to one of the events that I've been hosting before, you guys are aware. The past couple weeks have been pretty tough for me. I had to watch 3.5 years of something that I started up get attempted to be stolen from me. And for whoever is aware of what's going on social media, you guys know, but what I realized is no one cares if this event is called Karak or Garbage Nights or anything. The whole point of doing events like these is to support the culture and the community in Dubai. We want to make sure that we're giving as many platforms to the people in Dubai, the people that get underrepresented, do not get to showcase their skills because of the culture of Dubai, and make sure we're giving as many platforms to them. This new platform that we started, right? Also, before I go ahead into that, I need to legally say that this is not a event. Let's put that on the record. It's called Karak. But yeah, so yeah, basically I just want to remind everyone that every time we do events like this, it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with anyone else. The whole idea is to support the beautiful, amazing, talented people in this region that have accomplished so much in their lives, and just to give them more space to be heard and seen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming down and showing your love and support. And thank you, Dorsa, for participating in the first event over here, and everyone who supported us in the crowd, in the audience, digitally, physically, everything. But yeah, so now we're gonna get into Dorsa's life. See what she's done so far. How did your journey start? So Dorsa, how did you end up modeling?
First of all, hi guys. Thank you so much that you showed up today. It's really important for me. I kind of hope to be like a little gathering because this is the first time I'm going to talk. I'm obviously a bit nervous, so if I went ahead, overshared or whatever, just please bear with me. Okay, about my journey, how I started to become a model. It started with my love for modeling. I think like any other model with fashion TV, obviously. It was my sister Delaram and I just sitting in front of the TV, you know, just trying to copy the catwalk of all these beautiful women. And then later on, when I was 16, 17, I was scouted by an agent in LA through Facebook, which was social media, yes. I'm one of these social media models.
Sorry.
But yeah, he was actually remotely working with the first modeling agency in Iran. So they were like, you should actually go give it a try. You know, you have the potential. So I didn't listen, obviously. First of all, it was a man online, stranger. And second problem was that I had a big-ass scar on my leg because I had a car crash. And I was like, they don't know that I have a big scar on my leg. So it's never going to work. I'm too skinny. I have this big-ass scar. And no one's going to book me to be a model. So of course I'm going to ignore it. And they keep sending emails and messages for so many months until I tell my parents about it. And they're like, oh, you're so stupid. Like, we can go to the office together. And we go there, they're like, oh, we're going to sponsor you. Shout out to that agency. I don't know if we have a lot of people from Iran in here. So they actually sponsored me and they put me in a course for free, which other girls had to pay a lot. They were like, oh, no, we're going to sponsor you. So just start this course. And I won the first whatever rank in their catwalk that course, which was an amazing moment for me. So it made me think that maybe I can actually pursue this as an Iranian model until the government shuts down the agency in Iran, obviously, because they had this fashion show and it went all over the news, like the face page of Yahoo. They shut down the agency. So again, I'm like, whatever, I cannot be a model again. I meet a beautiful lady. This is very important for those that want to pursue a dream. When someone offers you something, don't always be scared. Maybe it's a good idea to just go ahead and accept the offer. So this lady was Iranian from Malaysia, and she said, you should try modeling. So I did some test shoots with her, and I came to Dubai. So I did my first runway in here, and then I continued, and then internationally. So yeah, take advices from women.
And how
and
long?
Men sometimes.
How long does it all take you?
It took me so many years, actually. It took me around 4 years.
4 years.
Of this, yeah.
4 years was your journey from Iran to Dubai
To Dubai,
the catwalk
officially.
over
Yeah.
here. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
amazing. What would you say is your like biggest stage you've ever been on so far? Biggest job, biggest stage.
Definitely Paris Haute Couture Week, Paris Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Weeks, Louis Vuitton fashion shows,
Nice.
cruise collections, Van Cleef fashion shows. But I think my personal favorite is Bulgari fashion show. Because I remember the first year that I worked with them, they have this amazing lady of a choreographer that always comes from Italy. Her name's Laura. Some people, fashion people in here may know her. She told me something, and it was just like a click for me. She said, all of these millions of euros of jewelry, we're gonna put it on you because you're so beautiful and you're gonna make it even more beautiful. So feel the energy of the stones and walk down the runway. She was being nice or whatever, but what she told me actually made a big difference in my confidence. Yeah, I've been working with them ever since. It's been 4 years. They're just amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so, what are some of the biggest challenges? Like, of course, you travel from Iran, you travel to Dubai. I'm sure there's a bunch of challenges being a model in Iran, being a model in Dubai. Give us like some details about like what you think would be like the biggest roadblocks and some things that are actually like nice about modeling in those places.
This is a very big topic, but off the top of my head, modeling looks all fun and games, and I'm not here to talk shit about my career because at the end of the day, this is the career that I chose. So it means that I can tolerate it, but modeling is not what it looks like. It looks all fun and games, and they say, how hard could it be? You just stand there, look pretty. You don't have to do anything. But what they don't see is the whole lifestyle that is behind it. And if you're a model, 24/7 you're a model, you always have to be conscious of what you eat, what you put into your body, how you take care of your body, your skin, and your mentality especially, because it's mind-wrecking to go through all of these notes that we hear during the fashion weeks. I've had days in fashion weeks that I cried out of happiness. For example, at 11 a.m., and I was crying, I was praying to God, I was calling my mom, this is amazing, they shortlisted me. And at 3 p.m., I was having a full-on panic attack, crying so much that I hate my life. Why the hell am I a model? I never want to do this anymore. I'm the ugliest girl. This is shit. I hate my life. And literally wanting to leave. So all of this, imagine like in a couple of hours. The ups and downs is crazy. This is why models in different countries, they go through a lot of, things, and they take a lot of substances, a lot of them, because it's impossible to deal with it. Like you wait in the queues, like 100,000 girls, and they just want 10 girls. And you go there, they take your card, they don't even look at you. No, next one, no.
Yeah.
And all of us. So it doesn't matter how hard you try to make it not take it as it is personal, but at the end of the day, it is personal because it's based on how you look like.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I was always curious to know because like growing up, I feel like I was always very conscious about the way I looked. Of course, like when I grew up, like being a brown person wasn't considered beautiful. Beauty standards is so much more different from when I was younger. How do you think that affected you, like growing up, until now, how all of a sudden people are so much more open to the idea of, body positivity and being accepted for who you are?
Okay, first of all, Iranians and some Arabs or people from, the Middle East might relate to this. If you're skinny, you're ugly. Like that's what they put into our head. You're so skinny, you're a giraffe. How's weather up there? You're giving breath to the gods. All sort of things that we heard. So obviously, I didn't think of myself as a model ever. It's still in me because they were like, I wasn't white, obviously, because being white and a bit chubby is considered like, it's a beauty standard in my country. I wasn't white. I was skinny as hell.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, you're cute. It's okay. Don't worry. And as a kid, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I don't even want to be pretty. So it got to a point that I was cutting my hair short. I was wearing hoodies. First of all, I was flat, so everyone would think that I'm a boy anyways. So I acted like a boy. I decided that I want to be a man. I just didn't want to be a woman anymore because they were like, you're not a girl. You don't have curves. So, yeah. It was really hard what I've been through, and I'm sure so many other people can relate to that. Yeah, modeling was like a kind of getaway from me because I was like, oh, I'm a model. Because when they were like, oh, you're skinny, I could defend myself that, yeah, but I have a body of a model. And they were like, yeah, you'll never be a model, but look at me doing runways.
Look at her now. Look at her
Thank
now.
you.
No, I love that. I love that. And throughout your journey of being a model, of course, you told us about your highest points. What would you say is like one of the most like weirdest experience you had being a model?
Oh my God, models in here can relate to that. Weirdest experiences. Jesus Christ, we have a lot of experiences that we can't even talk about it. So for example, it's a sunny day in Dubai desert. It's 45 degrees. You have a lot of hair, makeup on you, a lot of clothes. And because it's a sandstorm, you have all of this sand in your eyes, and you can't even blink because it's scratching your eyeball. And you're on high heels on a piece of rock, and they ask you to look pretty and pose. And it's a sandstorm. It's impossible, and you just pass out. Once I actually passed out. So I started throwing up, and it was really bad. But it was really bad. And it got to a point that they had to cancel the shoot, and then they were like, oh, actually, there's one more look. Do you think you can do it? And there's blood coming out of my nose and my eyes. I'm like, okay. They actually made me do it.
You actually did it?
I actually did it, even though my nose was bleeding. So we shot from 3 a.m. today until like 9 p.m.
What?
Yeah, this is how it goes. And it's just Dubai. And you cannot even complain to your agent because they're going to be like, this is Dubai. You can't complain. Wow. You're a model. Yeah, you need to get used to being in pain.
That's crazy, but
yeah.
Just Dubai?
Dubai is worse. No, it's everywhere, but Dubai is worse.
By the way, just so you guys know, this is also an open conversation. If anyone wants to like ask questions as well or have an input, like voice your opinions, please do put your hands up and we'll try to get a mic to you as well.
Yes, Darren, you were just saying no. It's like that in other countries as well. I would like you to tell me where. No, of course it is like that in so many other countries. Yeah. And you get paid, way more.
But I mean, obviously, because Dubai is such a young city, right? It's in fashion, in terms of fashion, in terms of all industries, the country is like 50 years old, right? What do you think is missing, especially in the modeling industry, because you're in the industry? What do you think is missing in comparison to all of your experiences overseas? And what do you think people, like actions that agencies can take or other models can take in order to improve that and make it more sustainable for all models to actually get jobs, right pay, right rights, if anything?
I think the most important part of any industry is, the agencies and the people that are handling it. And this is something in Dubai that we're missing. We still do have we have amazing agencies, but clients are not willing to pay, and they are not willing to, just lose those clients because there would be always another agency that would accept that job with way lower rate. And obviously, way more models to accept those jobs because they need to survive. But what doesn't make sense in Dubai in sense of payments? I don't like to really go through the financial side of it. But for example, in Paris, you do one show for 4 hours and you get 2,000 and something euros. With that 2,000 euros, let's say if you want to have a one-bedroom apartment and if you want to buy grocery to cook for 1 month, you can do it easily. You can have a one-bedroom apartment and so a roof over your head and things to eat for 1 month with one job. In Dubai, you need 10 jobs to survive. This is when you compare it to other countries, this is when you know that the rates in Dubai are really not fair. And not just for models, for content creators, for makeup artists, hairstylists, stylists, photographers. We got, all of you guys are here and you know how the deal is in Dubai. Yeah, which is really interesting because we live in one of the most expensive cities. And when you're comparing the rates of any artist in fashion from 4 years ago till now, in some jobs I used to get paid way more back then than now. But for example, our rents is like way more right now. Make it make sense. I don't understand how the rates keep going lower. And this is why I have to keep traveling because that's where the income is coming from. If you want to only focus in Dubai, you either have to accept jobs that the rates are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Or just, not have any money, literally.
So you being a model for how many years now, sorry?
Can we not? I don't want people to know my actual age. I'm an old lady.
A lot of years. So your lifestyle is this now. You come to Dubai, you stay here, you travel for bigger jobs, get paid over there, and just come back to Dubai to maintain that lifestyle.
Yes. Yes. But I also get some jobs in here. Like, for example, the one that I was doing with this friend of mine, the clients are international and they're actually willing to pay the rate in dollars. Still, it's nothing compared to other places. The usage, for example, if they would pay 2K in here, if it was in Paris or Milan, they had to pay at least 10,000 euros. So they pay $2,000 in here. But still, better than the rest of the jobs.
And how do you think things can get better? For example, is it because it's the time that we're living in right now where everyone has access to all of the social media platforms, anyone can be a model? Or is it because there is no moderation committee in Dubai? What do you think's missing?
Just really the support of the agencies, and agencies putting their foot down and be like, these are our artists, not just model, all of them. And this is the fair rate in the world. Dubai is an expensive place. We don't want you to pay more. Just pay a fair rate that they would get paid in any other country. They just need to get on a flight and go 1 hour. And they're going to pay that amount of money. So this is how it should go. But with all of these new models and, freelancers, but I cannot understand that they need to survive as well. We cannot be mad about the fact that they're accepting these jobs. Mm-hmm. It's just clients slowly, or all at once, they need to understand that this is the rate. But what's interesting is that they know the cost of anything else in Dubai. They're paying all of this money on their location, on this, that, and when it comes to influencers, for example, one shot is $20,000, and the same company would pay that influencer. And when it comes to the hairstylist or makeup artist or model, they're like, 1,000 dirham, habibi. No.
Too much.
It shouldn't work like that.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, what was I going to say? Someone put their hands up over there. I think he wants to ask a question.
Hi.
Can we have someone? Do you want to come to the front and ask a question? You want to stay there, or?
Hi, Dorsa. Thanks so much for talking about I guess it's kind of a hard topic to talk about, but the financial side of being a content creator, being an artist.
Thank you.
But I just feel like there could be a real benefit to talking about collective action with all of these models that are here, and at least some sort of artist rights, so that there is some level of consideration. Because you see, like you mentioned, they have millions of dollars on your neck. You're promoting such high luxury value items. The surplus labor value that you're providing for these companies, I think there should be a little bit more diversification in those profit that is going around. Is there any consideration for perhaps unionizing or something like that?
That's actually a very, very interesting topic. But what's interesting that it's not like that only in Dubai. Yeah, in different countries the pays are way better and fair, but there's a lot of different things that models are going through over there. So the problem is that in the world we don't have like one, let's say one office or like something like UN that would support people in fashion, like models or makeup artists, hairstylists, all of that. However, they did open a committee, something in New York for the stylists, which I was reading the news for. But we need something like that definitely, because alhamdulillah we don't have that in Dubai, but in different countries models go through a lot of different abuses, and when they tell their agency about it, the agency is like, oh yeah, like that person is known to do that all the time, but they don't take any actions about it usually, or they just tell each other and they blacklist that person, so they don't really reveal what's going on. Yeah, but also in Dubai, the only action that we've taken is just we have one WhatsApp group that we have, and we share these things to each other, but we don't have anything. Yeah. We really need to, take an action. It's an amazing start.
Exactly. To be honest, ever since like Lava told me about this WhatsApp group, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This is an actual conversation. I still remember when we started, we had Chantal Broca come in and talk about all of the exact same issues, and this happened 2 years ago. And it's surprising to see that this culture is still pertaining even till this day.
Go ahead.
Sorry, hi. So weird. I do have to say, this is not just an issue here in Dubai. This is an issue in the UK. This is an issue in Holland. It's an issue in Germany. Like, every single agency I've worked with, every model that I've worked with, you say, okay, there's a show for 2K. I don't know what your deal is with the agency in terms of taxes, in terms of visas, in terms of this or that. But a lot of young models who have not been in this industry as long as most of us here have, they come in, they're new, they're fresh, they want to do something. But the agencies are making them pay for things that they don't have the money for. So eventually a lot of the models still remain in debt. A lot of models who do really big shows, close friends of mine, are still in debt to agencies because of model apartments, because of accommodation, because of everything going on. So, hello. So I just want to say, like, I think this is more a global issue, and I have a good friend of mine who started an agency to go against this whole rate decrease. But even in the UK, like, 1,000 dirhams here is 250 pounds. They're paying 250 euro, 300 euro per model per day. It's the same as here. It's just it's all glorified because it's the UK. But all of these robot jobs are paying exactly the same. It's just that they are continuously using the same models, so no one's complaining. But it's the same shit. And to come back to the Dubai market, I had a conversation recently with another producer who's been in this market quite a while, and he's starting his own agency. And from a production point of view, like, I've been on jobs with really, really big budgets. And when I say big budgets, I mean 200,000K, 300,000K. How much do the models get? Again, this is not in my power. Maybe 4K, maybe 5. And this is what's given to the agencies. So what does a model actually see? Maybe 2K, maybe 1.5, you never know. So just to say that the money is there, the money is being put out, but the money is not being divided to the creators because it's being accepted, because there's no union and be like, okay, we don't accept this and we don't accept that.
Exactly.
So just to say, Dubai, it's not that there's no money in the market. It's not that they're not giving it for productions, because they are. I see the sheets. I see what's going on. And that's also what I put in that WhatsApp group. Like, I literally don't say shit in it, but I was just like, okay, let me just put that out there so you guys know. This has nothing to do with the clients don't have the money. They have the money. It's just not being distributed. Yeah. So I think it's important to also understand that this is something that even how should it, sorry, I'm like talking still, but like, it's just to say like, we keep like complaining about it, but we need to actually make a point of it. And like, instead of talking about it in a WhatsApp group or in real life, I think we need to go to freaking the people who are in power, Fashion Council, internationally, nationally, whatever. The people who actually have the power, because we're all just pinpoints in a whole big operation. So yeah, that's my take on it. Just wanted
thank
to share
you so
that.
much. Thank you, honestly. Yeah, as you said, we really do need a union in the world to just, take care of the models. Because when you look at any kind of advertisement in the world, there's always models all the time. So there's a lot of things going on in the background and no one knows about it. So I think like modeling industry really needs someone to take care of it. Yeah,
definitely. Does anyone else have opinions, questions?
Unionizing to like present a proposal, like a list of signatures, or would it be more of an online kind of I don't know, like announcement or
some action to
like
be
a
taken.
story that would end up in threads and everyone like says their experience, and that way it can get more virality than going through the system. Because in the system, whether it's the client or the council, there's a lot of politicking. They're all like have friends, it's a mafia, we all know this. And all these big brands, these holding companies, if there's like prominent names or figures that are like signing on, maybe you have the ball in your court, Okay, they can always go for someone, let's say, I don't want to use the word desperate, but would need the gig more. But at the same time, the portfolio of these prominent names that have worked with prominent people or projects would have its weight. I worked on a project recently, so I'm not a model, but I would be hired as talent, which is something different. And I'm pretty sure the budgets are different. I DJ, but I get booked here and there for some photo shoots. I wouldn't call myself model, I never have. But I get teased by friends, but I'm not in the same line as, of like, all respect to all my model friends, what they do. Like, I don't know how to pose. It takes more time to direct me, so I don't call myself a model. Anyways, so we were on this shoot, and they flew in a big shot director. That's what works with big names, big budget. And I talked to the talent and the models on the shoot, and we felt that the budget, we got like ripped off. They flew in all these people. There's like 30 people on set. Feels like a movie set, very intimidating. And at the same time, the clients felt a bit incompetent. There's a lot of delays, but all in all, like we felt like there's more money.
Yeah, it is like that because the team is really big. They're flying everyone in for the job, but at the end of the day, again, the models are like that. And it's very interesting because the same project that he's referring to, 3 of us were working together on it with Jennifer. And when I sent them the invoice, because they flew me here, and they just booked me a flight to Tel Aviv and then to Dubai. And as an Iranian model, if I didn't check that ticket, God knows where I would have been right now. So I talked to this person from the production, because I'm in Greece in that moment. And he's like, oh, I'm going to get you. These tickets are available. I'm like, get the one that goes to Athens first and then to Dubai. He's like, okay, sure. He sends me the ticket. I don't check it out. A couple of hours later, by the forces of like God, I just take a look at this ticket and it goes to Tel Aviv.
What?
They would have literally taken me as a spy. Iranian in Tel Aviv gone.
Who just came for
And I told him, and you know what?
flight.
They were like, oh, can you accept half of the fine? Like, because the ticket was, for example, $1,000. They said, can you accept like 500 of it? I'm like, are you serious? My life would have been in danger.
That's crazy.
Because of you guys, and you paid all of these people hundreds of thousands of K, and you want to take $500 out of my invoice because of the mistake that you made, I could sue your ass for this.
You know, like that's one of the reasons why we started this platform in general, is to kind of start showcasing, because one of the things that I noticed in Dubai is the fact that if it's a model, if it's an artist, if it's a DJ, if it's anyone that has just started their music off in this region, they don't have room to grow. They're always constantly reaching some type of ceiling, and it's because we live in this space where the culture is always about looking outwards, looking at America, looking at UK, looking at them and being like, wow, they're amazing. Let's spend like, 1 million dirhams to get this artist to do a concert here. Instead of actually looking inwards and like brewing the talent that exists over here. And I feel like, which is one of the reasons like I want more platforms like this to exist. Because only when people that live in this region start celebrating people within the city, only then as a community we will grow in a global level.
Very, very good idea. Honestly, thank you for this, because you are giving a chance to all of the local artists to talk about the struggles that they're going through. I'm really proud of all of you guys that are doing it. Honestly, tap of your shoulder, bro. Thank you.
Appreciate you. There's Lava, Karina, everyone that supported us to make this happen. But thank you so much for coming.
Grace, thank you
I don't
so
know
much.
how much time we have left.
I think we're good. I think someone
sorry?
wanted to ask a question. Yes, I think we got a question over
We
there.
should like continue this conversation with a lawyer or with like someone who can help us with the solutions of the problem.
Yeah,
Of the,
that's a good
lack of
idea.
usage fees and all like
Yeah, that would be a good idea, actually. We also got someone over there.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I'm loud.
Yes.
It wasn't necessarily a question, it was just sort of an observation I made. I've been working in fashion since I was like 14, 15. I studied design. I went abroad, I studied design. I came back, I've been working in a completely different field because it's only where I can make money and survive. But, woo!
Yeah.
But there was something I noticed in general worldwide in fashion. It was complacency with everything. People just kind of accept you're overworking yourself. Like, that's just how fashion is. Like, fashion students work from all-nighters, actually. We don't stop. And then you go and you complain and you pass out in class, or you do your internship and then you start your job and you're working over hours. You're not paid for extra hours in all of the fields. Like, when I'm a buyer now, so in buying season, I am working 6 a.m. past 12 a.m. because I need to like first go out and then I have to do things after hours, and you're not compensated. And when you complain, that's just how fashion is. That's the answer you get from everybody at the top. And I do want to say that now that there's more of us who are not happy with that and we're putting our foot down, like my sister who was in an unpaid internship and told the other person who was just about her age she's quitting because she's not being paid and she's working extra hours.
Yeah.
Now that we're starting this change, I do see it slowly getting better.
Yeah,
Because
hopefully.
one day we will be the ones, hopefully, where other people are.
Hopefully, yeah.
So I just wanted to say, like, once everybody stops with the complacency of saying this is just how it is, and we
Yeah.
actively do the change, then hopefully things will.
Yeah.
Got
We
better.
also need big names. Thank you so much for addressing that. Well done. We really do need big names, like big supermodels to, support this whole movement of having a excuse my Persian accent, have a union, what was it?
Union?
I can't
Union?
say that word.
What are you trying to say?
It's like union.
Oh,
Thank you.
union. Yeah, union.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm running out of English completely. Yeah, that one.
Union. Yeah.
We need one
union.
of those to support artists and
100%.
people in fashion, because people in fashion can be super mean though, and they're like, "Oh, darling, this is just fashion. Girl with thick skin, or just go home and cry." Why? No, I just still want to do it, and I want to get paid for it and be respected.
Of course.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Is there any more questions?
I feel like we have run out of time, unfortunately, but
I talked a lot though.
Yeah, no,
I do have a mouth on me. Yeah,
no,
guys,
no.
thank
But
you.
I mean, to be honest, thank you guys so much for being so patient and listening and interacting with all the questions. And thank you so much,
Of course,
Dorsa,
thank you, Faisal, for
for
inviting
actually
me.
coming on the first
Thank you,
event
thank you.
with us. Thank you everyone for supporting us. We're here. We're gonna give it to Boss Jay right now, and then we're gonna have Low Sedge. We're gonna have Blue Safe. Blue Safe Baby is his Instagram handle. I thought it was a pretty cool name though. But Blue Safe, who's gonna send the vibes, and then it's just gonna be me and Boss Jay in the back, like spitting it. Serving you vibes, that's what he says. All right, so thank you guys so much.
Thank you so
Grab
much to
a
each
couple
and
of
every one
drinks
of you for
and,
listening. Thank you
yeah.
for being here.